Hey, I'm Billy Harris. You're hanging with Harris. We're in New York City at Upland. You should be smiling. My good friend Justin Smillie. How are you, Justin?
Fantastic. I'm hanging with Harris.
Justin, this is a pretty exciting place. We've known each other a long time. New York Barbudo, El Buco Alimentari. Now we're at Upland. What the heck is Upland? Where is Upland?
So Upland is named after the town in Southern California where I was born.
San Bernardino area,
San Bernardino
right?
County, close to Ontario, Ranch Cucamonga.
That whole thing.
And a lot of my career has been spent cooking Italian food, hyper seasonal, hyper fresh with Jonathan Waxman.
Was your grandmother great cook? Mama great cook? Nobody cooked?
All the women in my family were excellent
They
cooks.
were, seriously, right?
Seriously. So I just grew up eating really, really fresh and really clean.
What's the thing here? What are you doing in this restaurant?
I mean, really, it's just a collection of the things that I've fallen in love with in food, along the last 20 years.
Sure.
And we just try to share these things with our guests.
I think you should share something with me. So I see a lot of here. Pork chop, lamb chop, I think some kind of chop.
So it's a pork chop, so we buy end-to-end pork chops. What I love about this pork chop is we buy this pork from Quebec, from a farm called Saint-Canu. And the style of raising this animal is cochon de lait, so it's milk-fed through its entire life, which is why the skin is so pale.
Is it right? It's
so
like a
pale,
big difference, right? Yeah.
But it's unbelievably sweet. So unlike most pork chops, we leave the skin on, which is crackling. So it's somewhere in between porchetta and backyard barbecue pork chop.
All right, I'll let you do your thing. Let me know what I can do as your sous chef right now.
Would you like to season the pork though?
I don't want to ruin it, but I can.
And we want to make all sides taste good. The greater the amount of fat, the greater the density of the fat, the higher you want to go in salt.
Sure, sure.
You know, and it's also important to note that we use sea salt, which has a much cleaner salinity.
Pepper, got it, love
Fantastic.
it. Oh, I've worked the pepper mill before, as you can tell.
The first step that we're going to do is we're going to cook it along the skin. And basically what you want to do is you want to roast until those little aerated bubbles come out. It's like a little chicharron.
Yeah.
So just slick the pan with about 3-4 tablespoons of olive oil. Good layer of fat on the bottom of the pan.
Yeah.
And we lay it out. So we want to make sure that we kind of gently press it into the pan.
Yeah.
So that all the skin's in contact with the fat. So basically now we've rendered the pork belly out. So it's nice and tender, juicy, fatty all the way.
Yeah,
and we have this beautiful golden brown, kind of crackling. So we kind of roll it in.
And it's going to get a few minutes on each side.
Exactly. The virtue of this cut is getting all this beautiful, sexy meat.
Yeah.
It's pork belly, it's chicharron, it's pork chop, kind of all rolled into one.
All rolled into one awesomeness.
The less you can move stuff as you're roasting, it's better. So you look for cues. So on the inside of the frame right here, it's nicely caramelized.
Yep.
That's a good indicator that I'm golden brown on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that.
You know? So we're gonna let this sear for about another minute and a half, and then we're gonna finish basting with a little bit of butter and a little bit of thyme.
butter, and then we'll finish it over there.
And then we're gonna finish.
Okay, perfect. Now, Justin, what is that?
So this is basically a tomatillo jam that we take. So we take
The
tomatillo, the hush cherries,
all that stuff.
pulse them in a robocube. We take all that pulp and cook it down until it's a jam. So we're gonna take a little bit of Serrano chili.
That's always good.
And we just use the microplane.
Right, so you're just going to get a little of that heat.
A little of that heat. We're gonna get a little bit of the fruit of the chili. And I like it better than cooking because it kind of agitates all the essential oils.
Little lime now.
Little lime, little oil.
Little oil, which is good.
So we're gonna take a little bit of palm sugar. So this is gonna add the sweetness. A little bit of black pepper.
Okay, a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt. This is the stem of the cilantro.
Okay.
And I think that the greatest flavor and the greatest texture is in the stem. So that's what we're gonna put in the salsa, and it's gonna give you a little mouthfeel. You wanna give that a little mix?
I was going to say, a little zhuzh.
A little zhuzh. So basically with these mushrooms, we hit them really, really hard in a pan, dry, until they kind of start to sweat a little bit.
Okay.
And then we throw them in this escabeche bath. So it's still fresh, you still get the essence of the mushroom.
Oh, and then you're going to do a thing, a schmear.
We're gonna do a little schmear.
You can call it a swoosh.
And you're just gonna kind of do this. So basically all we're really trying to do is just encourage good eating, good bites.
Now we're going to the chop.
So you want to tilt off a little bit of that excess juice.
Yeah, au jus off.
So we're gonna do a little radish action.
Right.
Kind of just nestle that right into the plate. Fresh, simple, clean.
Done. It's gonna go here.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Man, that's a good looking dish, isn't it?
Thank you. I'm gonna build a bite for you.
All right, I want you to build the bite. The bite will be built right now.
There you go. I'm a feeder.
The crunch is crazy.
The crunch is crazy, right?
It's crazy. It's that whole chicharron
And that gushy fat kind of moves everything around.
This is a great dish. Now, I'm gonna give a little plug. Is this in the book?
This technique will be in the book. So it's about the pre-work that goes into good cooking, and it's organized into 52 weeks. You have a chance to start on Wednesday, have a great meal on Sunday.
Amazing.
Brining, salting, roasting, grilling, braising.
All right, Justin Smillie, we're at Upland in New York City. The book's coming out November 3rd. Thanks for hanging with Harris.
Thanks,
really
thanks
appreciate
for having
your time.
me.
Of course. We'll see you soon. Man, that's a great looking dish.